Hello everybody, Mr. the Best Man here, bringing you the Summit final level of Dungeon Defenders. I almost said Orcs Must Die. And this level, you know what? This level's interesting again, because like a lot of levels, it's very big. When you look at the map for the first time, you're going to be like, WTF? But it's surprisingly simple. The choke points will become fairly obvious to you. There's two, well, right here, there's one to my left right there, one to the right. Those are choke points. Those are replicated on the other side. This map, very symmetrical, fortunately. So you're going to want to block off this side, then the other side, and then you're going to want to block off the road to the just slightly left, and on the other side of that. This one right here that you're seeing is going to be an extremely high traffic area, so if you have squire blockades, I suggest using those. You might even want to go straight to slice and dices, or as quickly as you can to slice and dices, depending on your preference. Otherwise, you're going to want to pretty much build something similar to what I've got there. You see I put a lightning tower in the middle, that way it'll cover left and right. I've got fireballs. You're not going to have enough money to do all the sides yet, so you're going to have to just kind of cover what you can yourself. If you're excuse me, sorry. If you're doing this by yourself, you're going to have a tough time. You're going to have a really tough time because there's just going to be so many areas where orcs and goblins and necromancers are coming out that it's just going to be tough. I suggest you have a group for this. If you do have a group, pretty much what you want to do, depending on the number of players, is have two covering the south end, two covering the north end. The north end is very easy to make a defense for. You have one crystal on the north side. I call it the north side, but I actually don't believe it's geographically north. Anytime I say north, by the way, I'm using the map as a compass. But where there is the one crystal, it's very easy to defend because there are 3 staircases coming up to that one crystal, so all you want to do is just put up your... Oh, it is the north. Look at that. It's all you want to do is put the defenses, as you can see right there. Do I ever happen to actually walk over there? You just want to put up your defenses on those staircases. Bouncer blockades, magic blockades. Probably don't need slice and dices, but you can use them if you want. I mean... You're going to have so much mana on this map that you can pretty well build anything you want. You're also going to have wyverns, but they're very easy to take care of. You're going to want to have your whatever your wyvern defense turrets are going to be set up exactly like you see those deadly strikers. You're going to have one basically pointed just to the side. There will be statues. Point them south, just off to the side of those statues. And then you also are going to have wyverns coming in from the left and right. So point one deadly striker or harpoon turret facing left from the one crystal, and then another one facing to the right of the rightmost crystal. And you will see those be set up by me here eventually. You won't have too many wyverns to really deal with. Heck, you could probably just deal with them yourself if you wanted to, but obviously it does benefit you to have your turret set up. Otherwise, what you're really going to want to do is focus on upgrades and defense. Your not defense. Well, the defense, yeah, but more of the health. You could see here, since I'm playing on my mage, my friend is on his lower level character. I'm able to mop up most of this stuff myself. When you're playing with your character, I would suggest minimum level 30 for this. Probably should be a bit higher, closer to the 35 range. Maybe even flirting with the 40s if you really want to secure the victory here. And one of the biggest problems is just going to be the ogres. You're going to have quite a few ogres. I believe, I want to say a total of 6. It could only be 4, but you're going to have quite a few ogres. You're going to have quite a few necromancers. Especially up here on the north end, you're going to have a lot of necromancers on that north end. On the south end, it's mostly kobolds, orcs, ogres, the more standard cannon fodder. You also want to keep a very close eye on where you are walking. There are a couple like lava pits where you can fall in. You also need to keep an eye on... Well, no, that's about it, really. Really, you should be fairly okay. As long as you've got those defenses set up good, you're really going to want to take advantage of area of effect stuff. So the monks, electric ores, the monks all ore is actually really useful on this level. If you are a huntress and you have upgraded traps, then use the traps. Those are really good. the Huntress, the Huntress, DPS Huntress will be more useful on the boss, but during the actual level itself, you can see here I've left the main map up for you guys to look at. So if you want to pause the screen here, you can take a close look at where all the traps are located and everything. I know you could read the reason I switched to my Huntress is because the final boss gives you a weapon based on your character. As you guys may or may not have noticed, my mage uses the Draconis Ignis, which is the staff you get from this boss. So I wanted to get the weapon for the Huntress from this boss. But otherwise, you just want to go about your business. Once again, just keep your defenses upgraded. If you're playing this for your first time, you're probably going to have your defenses around level 3. You're also going to... oh man, that cough is not going away. You're also just going to want to make sure your defenses are prepared for the boss, because when the boss shows up, you're not going to be able to really focus too much on your actual defenses. You got to take care of the boss yourself. This isn't the typical boss that'll just kind of walk around the battlefield. And that's an awkwardly placed... whatever that armor is called. So what you want to do for this boss, once this cutscene's over... fire! He's not overly difficult to engage, but he does do tremendous damage. That flamethrower attack will cook anyone but a squire in moments. A squire will have a few moments. But what you want to do here is you're going to see him flying around. So you actually have to take these big ballistas and fire the ballista at him. Now, something to keep in mind, the ballista does take 1 second to 2 seconds to travel to hit him. So make sure you fire it just a wee bit early. I usually like to fire it just as his head lines up. That way I'm guaranteed a body shot. Then what will happen is he'll land in one of 3 locations. Left, north, or right. So east, west, or north. And you can see I went ahead and actually set up a turret here. I set up one at each location. You can go ahead and do the same. You don't really have to. It's just bonus damage. So what he'll do is he'll land there. You'll have about 30 seconds to get there and kill him as much as you can. It's a pretty easy process on medium. He's not going to throw too many quirks at you, too many tricks. You just kind of repeat it over and over again. The main thing for concern here is actually the longer this takes you, the more of a chance the minions are going to break through. So if you're playing with 4 people, I actually suggest that 2 to 3 people fight the boss while 1 deals with the towers and the defense, because you're going to need someone healing and protecting your defenses, because once again, the longer this boss takes you, the more likely it is that your stuff's going to fall down. Otherwise, you should be okay. If you're doing this solo, I wish you the best of luck. If you're doing it with a couple people, you just kind of alter your strategy accordingly. But that's it for now. Enjoy the weapons, and I believe you get a Guardian from this boss. I thank you for watching here at Xbox Live Arcade Fans. I'm Mr. the Vestman, and we will see everyone on the final level, Glitterhelm. Or is it Glitterheim? I don't know. Whatever the final level is. Ta-ta.